Deputy Chief Darryl Tollison, that's D-A-R-R-Y-L. Tollison is T-O-L-L-E-S-O-N. Deputy Chief of Criminal Investigations Division. Thank you all for coming and helping us get this message out. I do appreciate you coming on probably short notice, so thank you. It's been a very hectic, busy day around here, as you can imagine. But today, the APD, we're pleased to announce that we've arrested the person responsible for the homicide that occurred yesterday morning at 998 Peachtree Street. Raylon Browning, 39 of Roswell.
Can you spell that, sir?
Can I give it to you, John, after we're done here? Raylon Browning, 39 of Roswell, is being charged with murder and is now in custody. Unknown to us at the time of the homicide yesterday, our suspect, Mr. Brown, was already wanted by APD for aggravated assault charges that stemmed from an altercation he had on April 2nd at 1180 West Peachtree Street. Last evening around 9 p.m., Browning ran a red light in Cobb County. Cobb County PD made a routine traffic stop on him and learned that he was wanted by APD. Browning was arrested by Cobb County on the scene. After searching the vehicle, a weapon was located. We believe that this weapon is the weapon used in our homicide yesterday morning. Browning was still wearing the shorts and tennis shoes that we see him in the video with. Now, how we came across Browning? How do we find him? Cobb County last night, as you know, made the traffic stop. And we had an investigator this morning that was working the aggravated assault case from April 2nd. Notify a homicide and said, my suspect is your suspect, according to the video that I see on TV. So we immediately began to work that angle. Later this morning, we received a credible tip on Crime Stoppers, also identifying the person in the video as Raylon Browning. So as I've said, he's now in custody, and I'll be glad to entertain a few questions you might have. Let me say this, please understand this. This investigation is not over. We have the person responsible in custody, but that only really begins the investigation. There's so much more a part of this case that we still don't know, and that's part of that investigation now. So it is still ongoing. We have not completed, we're not closing this case up. We do know we have this person responsible in custody.
And did he
Quick
talk
questions.
with you? Is he cooperating?
He did not make any statements.
Do you have any idea why he did it?
No, we don't.
Do you believe he targeted her?
We do believe, we just don't really know the connection at this point. That's all part of that investigation. We're still going through a lot of information to see if there is any kind of relationship with our victim and then what that relationship might have been.
So you don't know if they knew each other?
We still don't know that.
So can you, I'm sorry, just so we take a step back. So once he went, once he left the murder scene and he takes off on 8th and Juniper, you guys get a call from another agency?
We got a call from the agency this morning. Let me back up. No, what happened, Neff, was we don't know what he did last night. So we've lost track of him until 9 p.m. when he stopped by Cobb County. Cobb County had notified us that they had, through teletype, that they had arrested one of our perpetrators for aggravated assault. They had no idea at the time he was wanted for homicide. So at the time, our detective didn't even know that Raylon Browning was our guy here. So it was only after our aggravated assault detective looks at his picture of Raylon Browning, and then he sees the video and says, this is the same guy. Notifies homicide, and that's how we begin to put the pieces together.
Can you tell us about the April 2nd aggravated assault case? Was it a shooting? Was it?
No, it was a stabbing. He actually stabbed two people up in 1180 West Peachtree Street. He was doing some contract work up there, we understand, and he knew the people he got into an altercation with. That's how we actually got the warrant for him by name, because the victims knew him and gave us his name then and there. So,
Are you guys looking into that relationship? I mean, I know that she now works as a corporate attorney for UPS, but she does have on her LinkedIn pages and other pages that she did legal services for like contract work, government work. Do we have any reason to believe that that may or may not be linked?
We don't have any reason, but we're just beginning to uncover some of that. So we got so much work to go, so much stuff to go through, Neff, that we just don't know yet what the relationship is. It's just tons of work that we still have to do on this case.
What else about his background indicates that he has a violent past? You said there's the aggravated assault warrant that he had outstanding.
Yeah, that's just a couple of days ago when that occurred. So we're still looking at, if you look at his record, he has about 8 cycles, but nothing really violent. some drug arrest, a DUI arrest. He did, when the police have dealt with him in the past, he would have a tendency to fight with the police. But nothing that you would think that he would go out and do what he is accused of and what we believe he did yesterday.
The two
What did
people that
police
he
deal with him in
stabbed,
the past for?
Hold on, I'm sorry, you've tried a couple of times.
What did police deal with him in the past for?
Just a drug arrest, not just always in this jurisdiction either. I don't think we have anything in Atlanta outside jurisdictions. A DUI, anytime he had encounters with the police, he'd have a tendency to fight with them. But again, it was 8 cycles, and nothing we see that would have triggered us to be concerned about him doing what he's done this past week.
And to clarify, he's in custody in Fulton, not Cobb, correct?
That's correct. He was in Cobb. We went and picked him up this morning and brought him back.
Has he had his first appearance yet?
I don't think he has yet, has he?
No, sir.
I'm
Did
sorry,
you
this
say that-
stabbing that happened on West Peach Street, these two people, were they female, male?
2 males.
What was
it
their
a
relationship?
construction?
Just he knew him through working with him. Yeah, I believe I don't want to. I think he was in some type of painting crew, something along those lines.
So
some type of
he stabbed
construction.
2 people in his own crew?
He had been, from what we gather, he was a contract worker there and was not currently working at that particular at 1180 West Peach Street.
And when did that happen, I'm sorry?
April 2nd.
So
Did he
what's
struggle
next?
with Cobb County? He said in the
No.
past he struggled with,
No.
so he went peacefully.
Yeah.
So
So what's-
Cobb County pulls him over, and then that's when the connection kind of clicks?
That's when it begins to roll. Yeah. And it took a minute for all of us to come together, but through Crime Stoppers tip and then through good police work of looking at the video that you guys put out for us yesterday. Thank you for that. And through his own pictures that he had, he was able to make that connection and immediately notified us. So.
This would be pure speculation, but we talked about his demeanor when he walks up casually prior to shooting Trin and then kind of runs away and then walks again. The idea that he was still wearing the same clothes at, 9 o'clock last night when he's pulled over, that he had committed the murdering, does that strike you as odd?
No, not really. It's just a few hours after he committed the incident. I'm not really surprised by that. Had it been a week later, I'd probably be a little surprised, but not the same day.
What's the condition of the 2 people who he stabbed?
They're stable.
And again, what was the traffic stop last night?
He ran a red light.
And where was that exactly?
I don't have the address other than Cobb County jurisdiction, and Cobb County PD made the stop.
So what's next in your investigation? You have him held on a murder charge.
Yeah.
He'll have a first appearance. He'll probably be bound over. And then you want to find out why he did it.
Oh, absolutely.
Why he targeted her. And you
Yeah.
definitely believe he targeted her.
Yeah, it appears to be that. I mean, there were so many other people around, and she was targeted. She was picked out of the crowd for whatever reason. That's what we got to get to the bottom of. We just don't know that yet. So we're still working on the why, and
Is it
I just don't
possible
have.
this could be a hitman situation?
No, we don't think so.
Talk to us about, as detectives, it's day 2. This has to also be a sense of relief for you guys that in a matter of, next day you're able to catch this guy. I imagine that has to be a good feeling to be able to call this family and to give them that closure.
It is, Neff, but it's also good for the community. It's always disturbing when you have these type of crimes happen in your community. So we're disturbed by it. You're disturbed by it. The community's disturbed by it. It's the talk of the town. So, we treat all of our homicides like homicides, but when it happens to someone just walking to work, it triggers something in us that's a little different. And so, no, we're very pleased with this arrest. Thank you for coming out and helping us get this word out. And we may have more follow-up at appropriate time, but for now, thank you very much for helping us get this out. Thank you all for
Can you
coming.
spell his name?
Sure. You ready? Everybody ready to copy his name?
Yep.
Raylan is Raylon. Browning, Browning.
And
Date
how
of
old
birth?
is he?
I don't have his date of birth, but it's 39. We've got it. I just don't have it with me.
It
39 years old.
is RaylonBrowning.
That's it.
Latest place of residence?
In Roswell. But let me hold his exact address because obviously we're executing search warrants at his residence. So we really don't want a whole bunch of folks showing up there right now. Y'all probably find it out anyway, but we're trying to hold that for our own investigative purposes. Thank you guys for coming very, very much. Appreciate you.